From the news department of the Liberia Broadcasting System in Pinso, this is Newsline, 30 minutes of the most captivating news events all about Liberia and elsewhere. Good afternoon and welcome. Today is Thursday, February 22, 2024. I'm Alpha Rogers anchoring. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai commissions newly confirmed cabinet ministers and other officials of government. House Speaker Funati Kofa pledges official legislative support to enhancing Liberia's WASH sector.
Which I think would be very good, is to have a standing committee in this regard. And that committee will be working with you and ensure that, because these are important public policy issues.
Liberia Petroleum Refining Company turns over 9 employees to Justice Ministry for petroleum theft. And away from home, South Africa's parliament impeaches top judge amid corruption allegations. These interesting stories plus more all coming up this afternoon on Newsline. First, here is Fafli Kamara with the news bulletin.
President Joseph Boakai has reminded his cabinet about their responsibility to the nation. President Boakai charged his cabinet to ensure they preside over a nation that is responsible and provides for the people. He said it is about government to provide security, create access, and improve the living standard of the people.
Sometimes we seem to forget that nations, big or small, carry the same responsibility to make sure that we provide a nation that will be responsible, that will provide for our people security, that will give them access to.
The Liberian leader was speaking Thursday when he commissioned his cabinet at the Executive Mansion in Monrovia. Speaking on behalf of the officials, Foreign Minister Sarah Bess-Loyanti assured the president that the cabinet will deliver on the goals of the UP-led government. She urged the Liberian leader to hold them accountable for results and achievements. House Speaker Councillor Funati Kofa has pledged his support to working with relevant local and international actors to improve the country's water, sanitation, and hygiene sector. Speaker Kofa stressed the need for government to make commitments to international obligations to WASH through the budget. The speaker made the comments Wednesday at his Capitol building office during a high-level meeting convened by a local group working in the WASH sector, United Youth, with support from WaterAid Liberia.
Which I think would be very good, is to have a standing committee in this regard. And that committee will be working with you and ensure that, because these are important public policy issues. These are things that make us healthy as a country, and a healthier population is a population that live longer.
Discussion at Wednesday's meeting focused on the establishment of a standing committee on WASH at the House of Representatives and challenges of the country's WASH sector. Speaker Kofa assured of working with the Legislative WASH Caucus and the Caucus Secretariat to ensure the establishment of the WASH Standing Committee. 9 security officers of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company have been arrested for petroleum theft. The suspects have been turned over by the LPRC management to the Ministry of Justice for further investigation and to subsequent prosecution. In a statement Wednesday, LPRC said the employees are found culpable of damaging the company's pipe infrastructure and making away with several hundred gallons of mixed petroleum products. They have since been suspended pending the outcome of the Justice Ministry's investigation. Meanwhile, the LPRC management is warning employees against abusing corporate and state assets for personal gain, noting that there will be no business as usual. The statement said LPRC has adopted a zero tolerance on theft, which will result into cutting down on product losses. The Commerce Ministry is calling on rice distributors to ensure that a recent price reduction announced trickles down to the various counties and local communities. Recently, the ministry and rice dealers agreed to drop the price of the 25 kg bags of Indian parboiled rice from 17 United States dollars to 16 United States dollars 75 cents. The ministry in a release says this remains approved. the approved price for the current stock of rice in the country, and is expected to last up to June this year. The release clarified that there has been no unauthorized or authorized increase in the price of rice in the country, has been reported, adding that the ministry will continue to monitor global and local trends and factors impacting the cost of rice. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Commerce says it would not hesitate to institute the appropriate actions against those found profiteering and hoarding the commodity. Students at the Barclayville Central High School in Grant Crew County have alarmed over the alleged constant absence of teachers in the classrooms. According to a correspondent, the students have also threatened to disrupt academic activities at other institutions in Barclayville if there is no intervention by the relevant authorities. A correspondent said on Wednesday the students held a peaceful protest calling on the education authorities to resolve the matter. Meanwhile, the principal of Barclayville Central High School, Francis Wisser, says only two teachers are absent due to illness. Mr. Wisser told our correspondent other teachers are active in the discharge of their duty, contrary to the students' claims. The Grand Bassa County detachment of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency has arrested a man and his girlfriend for being in possession of narcotic substances. They were arrested in Yahweh Camp near the Equatorial Palm concession in Grand Bassa, District 5. The suspects, Philemon Reeves and Sianen Benda, were arrested by LDA officers following a tip-off by residents in the area. A correspondent said the two suspects have since admitted during investigation to committing the act. Meanwhile, the LDA commander in Grand Bassa County, Baston Jolom, has urged the residents to desist or assist the agency with useful information relating to drug trafficking in the county. Citizens of Beaja in Bomi County are appealing to the health ministry to construct a health facility in the area. The citizens said the town has a population of more than 5,000 people but lacks health facility to cater to their medical needs. The town chief of Beaja, Sir Fode, noted that sick persons and pregnant women have to be taken to Tettenberg for treatment, something he said is very costly. Chief Fode said the construction of health facility in the town will reduce the cost of accessing medical services. And the National Council of Chiefs and Elders, Nimba County branch, has endorsed the Chief Robert Siane as the new county chairman. The chiefs took the unanimous decision Tuesday in Saniquity to fill the vacancy created following the death of former chairman Chief Peter Ballon. A correspondent said Chief Robert Siane has served the council for over 25 years as county vice chairperson prior to Tuesday's decision. Meanwhile, Chief Moses Va, who has been chair of the council in Bu Yao, Nimba District Number 5, has been elevated to the county vice chairperson position.
Fafre will be back a little later. That's when you listen to the weather update on international development. This is Newsline on State Radio. One of the big stories we're following how Speaker Funati Kofa pledges crucial legislative support to enhancing Liberia's wash sector. To this one now, President Joseph Boyka has reminded his cabinet about their responsibility to the nation, charging them to provide access and help improve the living standard of Liberians. President Boyka spoke Thursday when he commissioned his cabinet at the executive mansion in Monrovia.
Sometimes we seem to forget that nations, big or small,